guys, how are you? This is Jim Prusak, physical therapist from the Pain PT. And today we're going to talk about sitting with yourself and what this is. And sitting with yourself is one of the simplest, but one of the most powerful ways to get in touch with your feelings. We spend so much time in our lives being busy, being distracted, thinking, doing, always having something to do basically throughout our days. And we don't always take time to actually just stop and sit still and notice ourselves. And the importance of doing this is that we get in touch with what's coming up in us, our feelings, our sensations, which these include your physical complaints, your pains, your emotions. They all represent as physiological sensations, or what we call feelings. And we want to start to practice this feel it to heal it, or feel our feelings, or let our feelings be expressed approach. So one of the best ways to do this is to just stop and sit with your feelings. Okay, 5 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes. To just stop, get still, and notice what's coming up in your body is one of the most powerful and simple ways to handle feelings. So when we do this approach, there's a couple of things we want to make sure that we are doing so that we can handle uncomfortable feelings or uncomfortable pains in a way that allows them to start to break down. So the first thing is we need to have the mindset or the mental messaging that what we do feel is not dangerous or threatening, that what we feel is okay. So we want to be sending messages to our brain that these feelings are just feelings produced by your brain. They're okay. Nothing to be worried or concerned about. Okay, that sets the tone for us to face our feelings. We want to face our feelings directly instead of running from our feelings, instead of fighting our feelings, instead of fleeing our feelings, or freezing our feelings. That's fight, flight, or freeze. These are the things we don't want to do with what we feel. So when we stop and when we just sit still and feel, a lot of times we get uncomfortable. We get nervous, we get anxious, we want to move, we want to think about something else, we check out. These are all defense mechanisms to just sitting with what we feel, what we notice. So we want to first get in this mindset that what we feel is okay and that we want to feel it. And then we want to invite in whatever feelings are in us to come up, to rise to the surface, to bubble up, to be experienced, to be felt, to be acknowledged from the mental place that it's okay. Okay, so feeling, or the word feel, I use this acronym to mean F for face it, E for embrace it, E for erase it, and L for love it, feel. So we've got to face it, embrace it, and love it to erase it. Now, loving it is this mental approach that says we want to feel our feelings. It's good to feel our feelings. It's okay to feel our feelings. We don't want to have a negative interpretation of our feelings, where we're, again, which would be fighting, flighting, or fleeing them. So we create a lot of resistance in ourselves to our feelings when we try to make them go away. We try to make our pain go away. We try to fix it. We try to avoid it. We try to numb it. These are all defense mechanisms from actually just feeling the feelings purely as they are. So I want you guys to just sit down, take a few moments or minutes each day to feel what's arising in you, to know that it's good that you're feeling this stuff, and to let your feelings be expressed freely without you trying to control them, manipulate them, make them go away, react to them, resist them, fight them, all the things we do that get us farther away from just feeling our feelings. Now, the last thing I want you to do when you sit with yourself is I want you to relax your body and your mind into what you feel. This is very important that you relax into what you feel. Okay, because when we're feeling something uncomfortable and we're opening up, a lot of times our bodies are tensing and tightening and guarding and protecting because it's uncomfortable. That's a reaction that we can have. And we don't want to have that because that tightens us up and doesn't allow the feeling to move or be expressed as easily because there's tension blocking it in place. So physically, we want to let go, soften our bodies, become more of that wet noodle that just can then allow the expression from a very relaxed, open place that perceives the feeling as being okay. These are the ingredients to having a successful session of sitting with your feelings. Okay, we don't want to be catastrophizing, having any negative thoughts, because that is either amplifying the feeling or creating more of the same feelings in us, or that's fighting our feelings. So we need a positive sort of message. And just sit. What do you notice coming up in your body? What do you feel? Can you be okay with that? If you can be okay with it and open to it and relax into it, it's going to change, it's going to shift, it's going to move, and it's going to break down. And just like any feeling that's being felt, they go away. All feelings are meant to be felt, and this includes pain. This includes somatic symptoms that are chronic in nature. Okay, guys, give this a shot. I want you to practice this each day. If you got questions, concerns, let me know. If you need help in this is what I help people do, to get in touch with your feelings so that you can heal and move forward in your life.